Tissa Balasuriya, an outspoken Roman Catholic priest, formed this Center for Society and Religion to speak up for those who could not speak for themselves. He lived a simple life, had very little personal belongings, mostly traveled by bus and train. His commitment to the poor was not theoretical or academic, but came from his solidarity among the poor. Of course, that challenged the people in power, both civil and the church.
Father Tissa Balasuriya found his way into the slums of Colombo. We need to go a bit into the history of the 1970s. To be precise, 1971. When the world's non-aligned conference was held in Colombo, the government was not pleased to see shanties, slums along the main roads leading from the airport to the Colombo city. They took 1,500 families and moved them, really chased them away into a land where no one would live. People were asked to carry not just their bags and baggages, but timber, pieces of wood, pieces of plastic cloth, with no provisions at all of housing. And they were sent to this place called Samitpura. Father Balasuriya was appalled. He called us together and he said, let's do something. This is humanity. This is people. These are not numbers. And we went into those slums. There was no provision, no water, no proper toilets, no floors, no place to keep their things. They were living literally like animals. And Father Balasuriya, a man who loved humanity, found his way there, befriended the people, spoke to the people, sat with them, ate with them. And then what he did was try to bring a sense of dignity to these people. The place got its name, Samitpura, because it was the summit of the non-aligned conference.
Father Balasuriya believed that the education would bring dignity for them and a certain place in the society. So he put up a small center where the children could have classes. That is the monument to Father Balasuriya in the village.
I
am a teacher at this evening school for nearly 7 years. Those who left this evening school have found good jobs in private and public sector. Currently 40 students are studying at the school. There are high number of alcoholics and drug addicts in the slum area. It is a great challenge to protect children from all these evils. We are not only give education but also take care of these children with love and care. Late Father Tissa Balasuriya built this center, houses for poor, and improved infrastructure with the intention to uplift better living standards.
Father Tissa Balasuriya was a member of a congregation that had great respect for Mary and had Mary as the congregation's patron. So naturally, he wrote about Mary as being a woman more than anything else, a woman who suffered, a woman who carried the broken body of Jesus. he challenged certain views about Mary. For example, that Mary was a tower of ivory, a house of gold. He says, no, she was a simple, ordinary, but a believing woman. And then the whole question of what about the other mothers? It appeared to be that everyone else other than Mary was a result or suffered of original sin, which Father Tissa found difficult to accept. They gave him 2 days to speak out because he said he was never listened to. So he went through all the arguments and he said, challenge me if I have said something wrong. Well, there was no real challenge, but he was given a profession of faith to sign. And he said, no, I can't accept this profession of faith, but I will accept Paul VI's profession of faith. And he says in that profession of faith, it speaks about modern theology, contemporary theology, in line with the thinking of modern theologians. We can accept that, he said, I will sign that. But I cannot sign some old profession of faith that is meaningless, that has phrases that cannot be properly explained to people. But then they insisted. Then, of course, certain adjustments were made to the text, and there was a compromise, and he said, I agree, I will. He said, I never left the faith. I never left the church. I'm only challenging certain teachings of the church that are very irrelevant. But he was a man of faith, he believed.
For Tissa Balasuriya, a man this country needs more than ever today, and he lived in the arts of the people. Niranjani Roland, reporting from Colombo.